Dear viewer, it is about 1,500 years ago. All people were immersed in the barbarity of the Jahili era. Meanwhile, Salma's house was illuminated and a beautiful baby girl was born. Seeing the baby girl, her husband, Asad ibn Salem, stood there in amazement. Salma's face also turned pale because, according to the customs of that time, giving birth to a daughter meant shame, and the only way to get rid of shame was to bury her alive. After a while, Asad's father came, and seeing the daughter, snorted and said, "You old woman, how did you give birth to a daughter? You are going to disgrace us. I buried my 2 daughters alive with my own hands. Still, I did not let the honor and dignity of my family be ruined. Now it is your turn. You also bury this child before this matter becomes known to the people." With this order, Asad's father left there, but Asad did not follow his father's instructions. An unknown pain spread in his heart. A few days later, the elders of the tribe came to Asad's house. They had a difficult decision to make. Then one of the elders said, "Asad, you are our most beloved child. We always want your welfare. A daughter has been born in your house. This will dishonor you and our entire family. So right now you should protect your honor." Hearing this, Asad's throat went dry. Still, he said in a broken voice, "I understand what you are saying, but why do I know that my heart does not agree with this act? How can I bury my child alive with my own hands?" At that moment, Asad's younger brother Hamad said, "Brother, do we want to bring the wrath of Allah for a daughter? If the people of the other tribe find out, they will laugh at us. Why don't you want to understand this?" Asad's face turned pale after hearing his brother's words, because he knew that breaking the rules of this society meant the extinction of his own existence. Then, in the darkness of the night, Asad started walking through the desert with his baby daughter in his arms and went to a place of his choice, placed the child on the ground, and started digging a hole. There was no sound around, only a light breeze. When Asad finished digging the hole, he looked at the child, and a twinge of emotion rose inside him. He felt as if the child was saying to him with his eyes, "What fathers do to their daughters, will you do to me as well? Did I tell you to show me the face of the world? And when you gave birth, why are you sending me away?" Then Asad felt a kind of suffocating feeling in his chest. But what else could he do? The dark reality around him could not be changed. The honor of his tribe and ancestors in the eyes of society could not be destroyed. At that time, Hamad, who was standing behind him, said in an annoyed voice, "Why are you delaying any more, brother? It is a common thing. Have you become soft after giving birth to a daughter? Or will you not forget that you are a man, and a man can never be defeated by emotions?" These words reminded Asad of his childhood memories, how much her mother cried when her father buried her elder sister in the desert sand. But those tears were worthless. Today, she herself is facing that test. At that time, a man rode a horse very fast. The man had a mask on his face. He understood the situation as soon as he arrived and said to Asad, "Wait a moment." Hearing this from the stranger, Asad asked, "Who are you, and where did you come from?" The man then got down from the horse and said, "Why are you going to end your daughter's life? Has she committed such a crime?" Hearing this, Asad remained silent for a while because he knew that asking such questions is forbidden in this society. Then Asad said in a stern voice, "I am killing my daughter because I am a man. Therefore, it is important to protect my honor and that of my tribe." Hearing this, the man laughed and said, "You are a man, and your honor is honor. Do you know what real honor is?" Asad did not know the answer to this question, but he did not want to reveal his weakness. Then the man looked at Asad's daughter and said to Asad, "If you want to listen, I will tell you a story." Hearing this, Asad nodded his head and agreed. Then the man began to say, "Many years ago, there was a powerful tribal chief named Harith ibn Khalid. He was a brave warrior and ruler of the desert, but he had only one sister. He believed that daughters were the weakness of men. A few days later, when a daughter was born in Harith's house, he decided to bury the child alive according to the customs of the society, but he could not. Then Asad subconsciously asked, why couldn't he? Who stopped him? The man then said, when he took the child to be buried, he saw the child raising his hands as if he were seeking safety in the shadow of his father. At that moment, his heart trembled. He remembered his father's face, remembered his childhood memories, and at one point, he changed his decision and kept the child alive. Hearing this, Hamad laughed contemptuously and said, what kind of hero is this again? Wasn't he humiliated in the eyes of society? The man now looked directly at us and said, do you know what happened next? Then Hamad became silent. Then the man started talking again. That daughter had saved her father's life one day. When Haris was old and the enemy came to kill him, his daughter saved her tribe with intelligence, patience, and courage. If Haris had buried her that day, he would not be alive today and his tribe would have been wiped out. After hearing this story, Asad was in doubt. The rules of society. On the one hand, the strange feeling that arose deep in his heart. On the other hand, the man's story created an uneasiness within him. After thinking for a while, Asad said to the man, do you want to change my mind with a story? The man then said in a calm voice, O Asad ibn Salim, I am only telling the truth. I have not resorted to a single lie. Now Asad said, well, whether it is true or false, first tell me who you are. What is your identity? Hearing this, the man smiled a little and said in a serious voice, I am the grandson of that Haris ibn Khalid. Hearing this, everyone around became silent. Asad looked at him in surprise and said, so you are the son of that daughter of Haris? Then the man replied, yes, that daughter of my grandfather saved our tribe, and I am carrying that legacy. If my mother had been buried that day, I would not exist today. Hearing this, Asad's heart rate increased, and he thought to himself, can my daughter do something like that one day? At that time, Hamad got annoyed and said, brother, don't be confused by these nonsense stories. You must not forget what society has told us to do. Hearing this, Asad remained silent for a while. Then he slowly took his daughter in his arms and said, maybe the rules of society are right, and maybe not. Then the man asked, and maybe not what? Asad then looked at his baby daughter's face. A strong stream of affection came out from the depths of his heart. Then Asad said like a hero, and maybe not, the time has come to change the rules of society. Hearing this, Asad's brother's eyes exploded. He said in a surprised voice, what did you say, brother? Are you talking about changing the rules of society? Asad then remained silent. He did not answer. Then Hamad said again, are you crazy? This rule of our tribe means that for centuries, if you want to keep a daughter alive, everyone will consider us weak. You will have no respect, nor will our family have any respect. Asad now looked at the man and said, do you think I can survive if I follow this path? Hearing this, the man laughed and said, if no one takes the first step, change will never come. Hearing this, Asad felt a strange power in his heart. He took a deep breath and pulled his daughter tightly to his chest and said, yes, I have made up my mind. I will fight the whole world if necessary to save my daughter. Then Asad returned home with his daughter. His wife Salma was overjoyed to find her daughter alive, but this happiness did not last. The next day, the people of the tribe became angry and said to Asad, Asad, you have betrayed us. How dare you break the rules of society? Then an elder looked at Asad and said, your father buried his daughters with his own hands. Your ancestors did the same. Do you consider yourself better than them? Thus, the people of the tribe became angry. Some said, we will not tolerate such an insult. Others said, how can you become a man with such a soft heart? At one point, Asad's brother Hamad said in an excited voice, because of you, the honor of the tribe has turned to dust. We can no longer consider you one of our own blood. Hearing such words from his brother, Asad took a deep breath. He knew that if he broke down at this moment, not only his daughter, but his own life would be in danger. So he said, in a low voice, "I did not betray you. I was only fulfilling my duty as a father to my child. My daughter has no right to live in this world." Then a young man scolded him and said, "Asad, you can either admit your mistake and follow the rules of society, or you will face our punishment." The elders then looked at each other and announced their tough decision and said, "Yes, your only punishment will be exile. From today, you are no longer one of our tribe." Hearing this, Asad felt a sharp pain in his chest. He knew that being exiled meant embracing the cruelty of the desert, being separated from everything that was safe, from food and water. Then Salma said in a tearful voice, "No, you can punish us any way you want. You can take away everything if you want, but please don't throw us out of the house. If you throw us out of the house, where will we go with this helpless child?" Hearing Salma's words, the tribe chief said in a stern voice, "Whatever you say, we will not listen to it. There is no place for the weak in this tribe. From today, Asad ibn Salim is not one of our tribe. He has denied our tradition by saving his daughter. So we are leaving him to the mercy of the desert." Then Salma again pleaded, crying, "Think about us. If you have to punish us, then do it. But what is the fault of our child? He has done nothing wrong." But no one listened to her. Then Asad set foot in the desert with his wife Salma and daughter. The scorching sun during the day and the bitter cold at night seemed to challenge them at every moment. Food and water were limited, but an even bigger problem was that they did not know where to go and which way to go. Then after 3 days, when their water container was almost dry, a caravan was seen from afar. Asad then quickly moved towards them. Seeing them, the passengers of the caravan became wary, but their leader calmly said, "Who are you and where are you going in this desert?" Then Asad said in a tired voice, "I am an exiled person. My tribe has expelled me from my home, so I am looking for a new shelter with my wife and daughter." Hearing this, the man thought for a while. Then he said, "What is your name?" Asad replied, "My name is Asad ibn Salim." Hearing this name, the leader of the caravan was shocked and looked at him with surprise and said, "Who are you?" The Asad who went against the rules of society and saved his daughter. Hearing this, Asad remained silent, because he knew that the answer to this question would determine his fate. Then the leader of the caravan said with a smile, "Alhamdulillah, you are very brave. You are a true father. Our prophet said, 'Daughters are not a burden, but a means to the path of paradise.' However, you did not listen to their words. Those who are immersed in the darkness of ignorance, you are our companion." Hearing this, Asad was surprised, because this was the first time someone praised his decision. Then he asked, "So brother, who are you? May I know your identity?" Then the man said, "We are Muslims, believers in the monotheism of Allah. We want to build a society where people will not consider their daughters as a shame, but as a responsibility." Hearing this, Asad thought to himself, "This caravan can not only give us shelter, but also a new faith and a new direction." Then he said, "I want to be your companion. I want to know the truth that you hold within yourselves." Then the leader of the caravan said, "Then come, go to our prophet. The light of truth awaits you." Then Asad, along with his wife and children, began to walk with the caravan.